Salutations viewers, I'm Sir Bookwriter, and I'm on a race against the calendar to beat all 96 of my 200cc time trial runs before the year ends. Last time, we ran through Wario Stadium, and the next track picked was 34, putting us on Excitebike Arena. Excitebike Arena is the second track of the Egg Cup. You remember when I said when Wario Stadium was a common pick in Lounge? Well, Excitebike is THE Lounge pick. It's far and away the track with the highest pick rate, and to be entirely honest, I don't understand why. 96 tracks in this game, and yet Long Oval is the mascot of competitive play. Thanks, Japan. Speaking of, the current record is a tie between two Japanese players, Shira and Roll. Interestingly, this category doesn't really fit into either of these players' typical skill sets. Shira most often plays on 150cc, and Roll generally focuses more on tracks that use a combo with a high anti-gravity speed. However, this oddball of a track created the perfect storm that is the current world record. This is the second of 3 current record ties we'll be covering, but unlike Madrid, there are actually noticeable differences between the two runs. First off, the combo. Roll uses Luigi, who has better speed than Shira's choice of Villager. However, Villager has better MT. I'm not currently sure which of the two is faster, but I suppose time will tell. The strategies are near identical between the two, but I'll point out the differences when they pop up. I'm going to be covering Roll's run, because it was set more recently, but I'll slide in Shira's whenever there's a major difference. Roll begins by aiming for this coin on the far right. He does a quick counter hop before drifting into these 2 coins, releases an MT, then drifts over the next ramp for an SMT.
Roll then tricks off the next ramp and collects 2 more coins. Here's our first difference, as Shira tricks off this second ramp, while Roll merely starts a drift.
The first shroom is used here, and chained into an SMT. You'll be seeing a lot of counter hops here, as they lock your drift angle, giving you a less tight turn while keeping the fast MT charge. 2 counter hops are done after the shroom, the second of which is over this mud patch. Roll then starts another drift off the boost ramp, and manages to charge an SMT before landing. He does another counter hop, and then a drift over this next mound. This time, he releases his MT early, and lands in another drift off the next boost ramp. Roll barely lands on the trickable surface here, and gets low enough air to trick off the metal ramp as well. Shroom 2 is used through the other corner, and chained into a UMT. More counter hops ensue, and Roll finishes the lap by drifting off the final ramp. Lap 2 begins with Roll releasing an SMT, more counter hops, and an MT trick off the first big mound. Roll gets low enough air to land on the next mound, which gains him some time over Shira, who flies over. From here, Roll MT tricks to grab the other 2 coins in this section, then drifts around the grass. The rest of lap 2 is identical to lap 1. On lap 3, Roll tricks off both mounds, then does a Kusan trick off the next ramp. Shira times the Kusan trick better here, catching him up to Roll and making the 2 players even once again by the mud patch. On the final turn, both players are out of shrooms, so they do an SMT around the grass, perfectly release and hop over the mud, do one final MT, and then just drive over the ramp and into the line. Tricking has a decent chance to give you too much air, which would end up losing you time, so both players opt for the safer method instead.
What is this? Why was I using that? Doesn't matter. It's yet another Yoshi pipe frame track. I'm surprised we haven't run out of these yet. Excitebike, I actually improved this one pretty late last year. And you might be wondering, why is lap 3 the slowest lap? And that's because the shroom strat is 2-1-0. So there's no shroom lap 3. That being said, let's try and take this thing down. It's gonna take me like half an hour just to relearn this track. It's the same issue with Wild Woods where I hop on it too late, so I'm not on it for long enough for the game to register me starting a drift. Awesome. Honestly, I think the worst part of this track is the learning process. I'm just gonna freestyle. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Not sure how that wasn't a drift. Don't forget, freestyling is never a good option. Freestyling almost actually went well there. Editing cue, get the freeze frame. Interesting momentum. Bit of a luck strap, probably slower. I might still be in this one. Yep, that's me. Now, you might be wondering just how I got into this scenario. Alright, I'm back. I got F with me now. He's laying on the bed eating a Starburst.
What's up, guys? Alright.
I hate this track.
I've got... I like this track.
Good for you.
It is actually one of my favorite tracks in the game. I think when you're playing it straight, it's really fucking fun. And the music is fucking incredible. So that's how you beat this track fast. Yeah.
To beat this track fast, you literally have to have like a PhD in it.
So you don't trick off these slopes, really?
My controller disconnected.
Oh. I thought you were laughing at me. I was
No.
like, wow, okay.
No, I'm laughing because my controller disconnected mid-run.
Dang, that's tough. How does that even happen? Like, your thing's fucking plugged in.
Who knows? I gotta remember to plug this thing in when I'm done for the night. But yeah, no, you don't trick off these slopes because it gives you too much air. And also, you don't get the super mini turbos. My time here isn't even that good. It's just the track is hard.
Tough. Imagine if your fucking time was actually good.
If my time was good, this would be a red alert track.
this would be potential run ender right now.
Yep. I lost 0.3 in that opener from doing nothing. From doing nothing wrong. Barely saved that.
No fucking way. Holy shit, I saw that. I was watching and I wasn't saying anything.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, I got something really lucky that happened to me in lap 1.
That's insane.
What an ending.
That was crazy. I know your anus was clenching.
Not quite the terminology I'd use.
But not incorrect.
No.
Alright, survived Excitebike Arena. That was certainly an experience. I got nothing more to say. What are we doing next? Is that DP3 again? Yeah, it's DP3 again. Alright, next. 26. Oh, Sherbetland.